So does what men want even matter to you? And should you be concerned if you're dating with the intention of getting a man, finding a man, keeping a man, and eventually being married? I work with Black and brown women who are successful and accomplished and have their own money and don't need a man to come into their life to save them because they're capable of saving themselves. And often one of the conflicts that arises in their dating and relationship experiences is whether or not they need to conform or change or become the version of themselves that a man wants them to be. And so that is not your goal. That is not your responsibility, right? That is not your obligation to shapeshift into some version of yourself that's going to be pleasing to men and that's going to be more palatable. But it is important to be mindful and be aware of how your presence shows up, looks, and is being perceived by the men that you are interested in. Because if you are looking to partner with a man, there has to be a level of desirability. There has to be a level of attractiveness, and there has to be a level of compatibility that brings the two of you together and helps you to create the foundation of the relationship. And for many of the women that I work with, one of the things that they experience in the initial parts of their dating life is coming on too strong because they are used to operating from a hyper-masculine state, because they often feel like they have something to prove, and because they are carrying some level of unresolved trauma when it comes to men based on the experiences that they've had in the past. Many of the clients that I work with are working to heal unresolved daddy issues. And so they are trying to prove that they won't be abused, they won't be abandoned, they won't be neglected, right? Or rather, they won't allow this to happen to themselves when they're in direct connection and communication with the men that they're dating. And that creates a barrier between you and him. And it's important to be aware of the fact that most masculine men are not looking to partner with a masculine dominant woman. And that doesn't mean that you can't be strong, you can't be accomplished, you can't be self-assured, and you can't be grounded in who you are. But what that means is that how you are showing up as who you are cannot be rooted in past trauma that you've experienced with other men. Because while you may feel powerful when you're able to compete with a man, when you're able to hold your own with a man in a discussion or a conversation or an argument or a disagreement, your power really comes from being still. Your power really comes from being able to manage your emotions and not be triggered by what is outside of you and in front of you. And so with this in mind, if we go back to the original question of whether or not what a man wants matters and should matter to you, the answer is yes. Because when you are looking to become a unit and build a team and create partnership, what each partner involved needs, wants, and requires is always going to be important. I'm teaching you how to magnetize yourself and attract the men who are right for you so that you have dating options to choose from in my live masterclass, Magnetic Pussy Power Edition. Tap the link in my bio so that you can register, save your seat, and show up live. I can't wait to see you there.